Was the week that was, the week that was, WDCR TV, the week that was. Hi, it's Sunday, 6th of April, 2014, our week that was. I'm going to do these, like the Sunday ones will be the week that was here on Dave TV. Camo shorts today. What am I wearing today? Broke out the shorts today. Yeah, cutoffs here. These are a pair I bought, 5 or 6 years ago. Yeah, I like these ones a lot. So that's what we're in today. It's going up in the 60s today, so it should be a fine day. How you doing, everybody? What do I got here? The week that was okay. First of all, a couple of weeks ago, a very nice person who prefers to remain anonymous gave me a really cool computer, and there it is. There it's still back there. The camo computer or the military style computer, and I got all this, I don't know, cheapo editing equipment and whatever. I'm piling into it. I'm just doing a lot of video editing and fooling around, and I got this one of my favorite movies of all time. It's a movie nobody knows about. Okay, it's called The Night My Number Came Up. I love airplane movies, old airplane movies. These old, B-50, not a B-52, a DC-3 or something. I think this is a DC-3. It's a really cool movie. It's a British movie. Okay, I guess it was made in England, but it's about these guys in this plane, and they're flying from Hong Kong up to Tokyo, and they have to make a landing, and it's kind of just post World War II-ish, and it's a spooky kind of a mystery kind of a airplane movie, and then they get it's like some guy has a premonition and it comes true, and they're up in the clouds and they can't find out where they're going, and the plane starts icing up and they're all worried about crashing and whatever. And it's a really, really good movie. It's one of the best airplane movies I've ever seen. And I saw this years and years and years ago on cable TV, some obscure cable channel. Beard there. Anyhow, I need to clean my beard before I do these shows, right? What is that there? There's something right there. There we go. Yeah. Anyhow, saw it on an obscure cable channel. I mean, like 20 years ago, a long time ago, and I've never seen it again. And I've always wanted it. And I Googled it a year or two ago, and I found out that it's only been released in the UK. Okay, now when you buy a DVD that's from the UK, from England, it's what they call Region 2. And the brilliance of that is you can't play it on any American DVD players. It just says, can't play this disc. Now I figured out a way, it's not hard on a computer to play it. There's a couple cool software programs you can download and play it on computers, and it ignores region codes. So I was able to watch this pretty easily. But I've wanted to burn a DVD copy of this sucker so that I could watch it on plain old DVDs in America without the region coding. And, I'm sure some of you out there probably do that all the time, and it's no big deal, but it was hard for me to. So with my new computer, I'm just fiddling around with all this software and doodle-doodle, and finally this morning I managed to do it. I burned a copy of this on DVD without the region coding. So now I can just plug in the little copy and watch it on any old computer I want. So there we go. That's a small miracle, right? All right, folks. What else is going on? I talked about my friend Michael the other day. I was talking about some DVDs or some VHSs that I was transferring. The old Don and Mike show. Don and Mike did them. Anyhow, he's got them in his basement. This is what else he pulled out of his basement. He was a big Don and Mike fan. Look at this old shirt. Don and Mike. I don't know what year this is from. They did some kind of a benefit for Children's Medical Center. 94. The something bowl. Don and Mike. Bowl 94, Bowl 294, something like that. I don't know. But anyhow, they all signed it. You can see there's Don Geronimo's signature, and there's Michael Mara, and there's Buzz, and there's Sherry Ellicker, I presume. Hey now, Robbie. So anyhow, very cool shirt. It's got some old logos on the back, the old Home Team Sports. It's it's been sitting in a mildewy basement for 20 plus years, and it's got some stains on it and whatever, but it's cool. It's got the original signatures. Now I've hand washed this about 5 or 6 times. Okay, so it is quote unquote clean. Okay, It's not, doesn't stink. It's cool. And I'm never going to wear this. I mean, it's a big shirt. It's a what? It's a XL adult, so it's going to look like a tent on me. And, I'm going to hold on it. Now, the deal is, if somebody wants to make me an offer for this shirt, if the price is right, I could sell this shirt. So if you're interested, if you really want to own this shirt with all these original signatures on it, make me an offer. I'm not going to quote a price, a couple $1,000, I don't know. But, hey, and my friend said, if you want to sell it, go ahead and sell it, if you want to help support DCRTV. So there it is. It's in my collection now. And if someone down the road is interested in acquiring this beautiful shirt, it's clean, it is stained, but it is a relic, some cool old stuff on it. It's got the original signatures of the old Don and Mike crew. I don't know what that stain is there. That could be blood. I don't know. But anyhow, maybe it's Robb's blood. So anyhow, if let me know. You know my email, dcrtv@dcrtv.com. Washington Post real estate section. I got a lot of emails on this one. If you look there, it says April. Anyhow, I could refocus the camera, but it says, if you look up there, it says April 31st, 2014. Yesterday's real estate section. First of all, it's not April 31st, and there is no April 31st. 30 days has September, April, June, and November. But I am liking the Washington Post's gradual restyling. They are restyling the thing, and they just re-merged the arts and style sections. I really think the style section is the weakest part of the Washington Post. I just do, and they've kind of. And they used to have that arts section, which was stuffy on Sundays, and then they had a style section, which was kind of loopy and had a lot of syndicated crap in it. It was a tabloid, so they kind of merged them back together again, and it's a nice section. It's a lot of big pictures, a lot of white space, but it's not bad. I'm noticing, it just seems to me, the Washington Post, now under Jeff Bezos there of Amazon, is getting more and more and trying to be more and more look like the New York Times. They're trying to morph into the New York Times, trying to get that New York Timesy look. It just looks like this could easily be something you'd find in the Sunday New York Times. But then the Washington Post magazine has been redesigned again to a larger format, a little bit of a less glossy paper, and again, the design of it, the layout, the pictures, the use of pictures. It looks a lot like the New York Times Sunday magazine. It's looking more and more like that. I think that's what Bezos is trying to, that's his goal for the paper, is basically compete with the New York Times, be his version of the New York Times in Washington. And I think that's probably what the long-term goal for this paper is. Probably be the New York Times Club 2 or something. I think that's what they're looking at. Be interesting. I don't know. Will it work? Yeah. If they can, the New York Times has a certain cachet there. If they can build into something like that, make the Washington Post a real kind of the Washington Post right now, I think, is a great paper in terms of the news section. They cover the local, media, that government stuff, international stuff. They do that really well because they're here in Washington. But, I think they're falling far and far behind the New York Times and the Wall Street Journal and some other papers like that on that developing that national scope. And again, on the local thing, they've got so many competitors now with the TV stations and internet sites and Patch and Reston now and Arlington now and Bethesda now. And there's so much out there that they're just kind of getting squeezed there. So I think what they're doing, I think what Bezos is doing is pushing them more into a New York Timesy kind of mold, kind of a, that's what they're looking like. And it's not bad. I mean, I'm liking where the paper's going, but I don't know, is it worth paying for, or just stealing a copy down at Starbucks? I don't know. So what else is going on as we look back on the week? Big news for Pat Garrett. Pat, was the longtime voice of WTOP. Whenever WTOP, the big news. Have you heard those? With those top of the hour IDs, he was always the voice, and he left TOP. Now he's working with WJFK, so he's now the voice of WJFK, sports talker here. So Pat has got a cool award. He's been picked as the best of the year voiceover imaging honors from Trade Pub All Access and our good friend, the very overweight Joel Denver there in Malibu. Sorry about that. Karen Campbell starts as a freelance reporter at Channel 11 WBAL in Baltimore on April 15th. She's leaving Channel 16 in Salisbury, and she used to work at Channel 3 in my old alma mater hometown of JMU in Harrisonburg, Virginia. Some interesting news also. Chris Roth, who's a longtime DCR TV buddy. I don't know if they call him that, but he's a nice guy, and a longtime veteran of the Washington radio scene, is leaving Wink FM in Winchester and heading to Salem here in DC, where he'll be doing production work for WAVA FM and AM and WWRC. Interesting. Wink FM. I don't know. Their ratings lately in the Washington market are pretty low. They, back a couple of years ago, they were pushing 20th place in the Washington market, and now they look like they're pushing more like 30th place. I don't know. I think the Centennial has to sit down and figure out what to do with Wink. Is it going to be a Winchester station? Fine. Or is it going to be a Washington area station, Northern Virginia? Fine. I just say there's much more money if you're serving Northern Virginia. You've got Arlington, you've got Fairfax, Loudoun, and Prince William, where there's a great signal for Wink. They're on a tower there in Fauquier County. And I just see there's so much more money if they serve Northern Virginia, the whole Northern Virginia, or, the D.C. suburbs, as opposed to Winchester. So I still see that consternation going over there as to, what market are we serving here, I don't know. One of my sources seriously says he's heard from a reliable source that Tony Kornheiser is going to hang up the radio headphones this year. He really says that. He gives it a 60% possibility that it's going to happen. Now, I contact Chuck Sapienza there, the PD over there at WTEM ESPN 980, who denies it. And, Tony always does this. When his contract comes up, he does always threaten to walk away. Or he doesn't get his limo rides or whatever. And he does take a lot of time off in the summer. Hangs out over there in, where does he go? Rehoboth Beach? Somewhere like that. Anyhow, so, I'm just saying, TEM people are saying, no, Tony's going to take some time off this summer and be back in the fall like usual. But, there's still rumors that he may not be back. So who knows? Also, I talked to my good friend Jonathan. Jonathan there in Sydney, Australia, early Saturday morning. It was late Saturday night, his time, and we did a lot of talking about Don Geronimo and the new Don Geronimo podcast and what's up with all that, and whether doing a subscription model is a good thing. Anywho, that will be available for the entire world to listen to middle of the week. So somewhere around Tuesday, Wednesday, somewhere like that, I'll be posting a link to it here on DCR TV. And there's a lot of good listening. I mean, I was even surprised by some of the wonderful things I said. I say, dude, did I say that? Wow. Ooh. But we get into that whole crazy thing, Don and Mike, what's going on between them. And Jonathan has some very opinionated opinions on some of the cast of characters over there in the Don and Mike camps. So take a listen to that. It'll be up in a couple of days. So, you'll lay awake at night, not sleeping, waiting for that impressive bit of radio lore to come down the pike. All right, folks, that should do it for this Dave TV for Sunday, the 6th of April, 2014. Don't forget to help support the website. We're an independent little one-man website, and we rely on your generous donations. So click on the support page there at DCR TV and send us some bucks, please. Please. All right, thanks for watching Dave TV. Buck 'em, Dano.